Alright guys, Fitz back here for yet another game from DRTL Season 3, and this is going to be game number 4 between Team DeSPA and Team Courage. And spawning here at the 9 o'clock on chain reaction will be the purple Zerg from Team Courage. It will be shuRUKEN again with the Japanese names, man. I think I've seen like 3 of them. And then we have, and he's also Canadian, and his opponent will be the Brown Terran from Peru. It will be Obelisco from Team DeSPA. So, yeah, all right. So, you know, I don't really know what to expect on this map. By these players, I meant. This map does have the notorious backdoor that players can utilize. It's not. You don't need to use. I mean, it's not always used by any means, but there are like backdoors pretty much everywhere that are, you know, useful. But yeah, just want to share that with you, that we could have the potential for a proxy cache and then mine that out or what have you. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it does have minerals to it, so you do need to do like a proxy hatch on it in order to actually make it worthwhile. Yeah, it's not like Destination where it's just stacked 0 minerals. It's actually got to require minerals to actually mine through it. The reason for this being is it's not so easy to mine out a back door. You need to like either bring like a whole bunch of, you know, probes / SCVs, or you bring one and you do like a proxy command center or proxy next to the proxy hatchery. Most times it's a proxy hatch because it's cheaper, and you can always utilize it to, you know, make more lings as expressly as you want. So this SCV is going to be a bitch. Or no, it's not. He's not going to stall. Well, I can't believe that. Well, he's actually forced up the hatchery a lot longer than he really should have. And the drones have actually stopped kind of doing what they're doing on the ramp right there. So he's actually just put down the 12 pool instead. Definitely annoying from what Obelisco just did. But I've also seen macro games on this map as well. What tends to happen is, wow, he still delayed that. Really well played by Obelisco, and that's probably what this team needs to make any kind of comeback in this, hopefully speaking. All right, so the hatch does go down finally. And the other thing to note is this map has a tendency to expand to your opponent, meaning like you'll take this space, and then you'll take this space, and then you'll end up taking this space. Kind of like not going vertically, kind of like goes over, like arcing that way. If that makes any kind of sense to you guys. So it makes for some interesting late game scenarios. Do we get to that point? Will be interesting if we ever get there. Now I don't know what's with that SCV chilling over there. Maybe checking for a proxy hatchery. Maybe checking for something. I really have no idea. So he has the gas. He's just starting to saturate that as well. So no speeds on the way quite yet. shuRUKEN is. I'm just wondering. What is shuRUKEN planning? Probably gonna put down another hatch. Yeah. And this SCV is actually getting a good amount of scouting information going on. And he goes right through the drone right there. That's not what you ever want to have happen, but I believe it already got in the base, so it just did the mineral phase through shift glitch shifting through something. And that is a tight wall. But let's go. What are you planning now? So you have an early gas. I'm going to guess factory. I'm going to go mech. Yep, mech is going to be the choice of option right now. You know, you can go bio or mech. In this matchup, bio tends to have a higher tendency in the early stages. As it's mobile, you can stop expansions, you can snipe off stuff. Pretty much, but we're actually going to have a 2SG lurker, which is interesting to me in its own right. And I think we're going to even see an expansion as well, maybe. But yeah, I don't really know how this is going to play out. I mean, actually, no. This is actually really bad for shuRUKEN. Because shuRUKEN is not only expanding, he's gonna be getting Lurker Tech, which now you have vultures, you have tanks at your front door, and what are they gonna do? They're gonna do nothing. I mean, even Goliath are even a viable option now because of their range is so long. No, we're gonna have 2 port raids. Okay. You can really never tell if you're gonna go mech or not. But anyway, I mean, this may transition into mech, but it can also retransition. It's gonna be transitioned to mech anyway. And he's getting vultures anyway, so I'd have to assume, and he's not producing any more Marines right now, and he can, so yeah, so it's gonna be 2 port Wraith into this, so it's actually gonna be very interesting. I've never really seen this to great effect on Zerg, more or less because I just don't really see it, but I'll be interested. And Zerg, on the other hand, is still just going for that two-hatch Lurker. And in some ways he's okay, in some ways he's not, because Hydra aren't terrible against Wraith, but the problem though is they're going to be morphed into the Lurkers when Lurker Tech is done. So I don't know. It comes down to like how many Hydra are able to defend, and not to mention this base. If this gets scouted, you're doomed. And yeah, the Hydra are being more from the Lurkers here. And the other interesting thing to note, though, so he's gonna finally get the Spire down, but I mean, the whole reason generally you get that Spire anyway is to kind of stop. I mean to stop builds like this, for example. 2 port Wraiths would get shut down by Mutalisks because of Scourge. You'd have the tech. It just kind of seems like out of your way to get the Spire now. I mean, I feel like if you're gonna go skip over that, just go quickly into Quick Defiler. That's your best bet. Go into Quick. He's even getting. This is literally looking like a ZVP kind of build that we're seeing right here, with fast Lurkers up defend, like a defensive Zerg. But the problem though is that that's not defensive. That's being aggressive with the Lurkers. So, and we're getting Siege Tech now. I mean, it's gonna be painful. We even have Cloak just finishing right now, so. Now I'm just trying to check. These Wraith are actually just checking. Oh, no, that's not a Wraith. Okay, alright, so we're just checking for expansions right now. Really all you can really do with Wraith. So he's getting Siege Tech. Alright, I was liking Obelisco. Now I'm a little confused because this is Deering for you. He got 1 barracks, stopped producing out of it. Got 2 port, got factory and 2 port getting Siege Tech. And he got vultures, which I don't know if you're just about me, but if it's just me or not, but I'm pretty sure that meant towards, like, going mech. I mean, yes, you can go biomech, but what's the point of Wraith? Especially if you're not going to do anything with them. Well, I mean, but neither player really had a really strong opening from each other. We're going to have a lot of Hydra, actually. So, now, almost Obelisco was really, really smart in made shuRUKEN believe that he should go Hydra because the mech was inbound. You know, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I also don't know if shuRUKEN just I think shuRUKEN just win Hydra because he wanted to go Hydra. And that being said, you know, I just completely lost my train of thought right there. Okay, so Hydra. So I mean, that being said, we're having a bio transition now, or if it was a transition, I don't really know what to call it. He's going like bio Wraith, and then he's gonna tech switch into he's gonna use these 2 ports for science, and that's smart. I mean, yeah, I mean like that's a good transition right there. You know, going Wraith right into science missiles. But I just feel like the factory was just such a bizarre thing to get then, or at least to like get Siege Tech if you're only gonna get like one tank. It wasn't that one tank. One tank with siege tech. Okay. That just seems a little silly to me. Alright, so we're gonna have some harassment going on over here at the main base right here. And nice control right there. Really, really nice control. He's gonna try to do his best to maneuver around this. It's really nice control by Obelisco right here, I have to say. And I don't really know how I don't know how this would really stack up to if they went 3 edge Mutalisks, but this is really, really annoying. This is really great control by Obelisco right here. The other thing to note though is we did get Overlord drop, which Obelisco's kind of countered that anyway with the Wraith being alive as they are, because as long as these things are active on the map, he just killed off 7 drones with that. You know, I'm not really sure if drop play is an option at this point, but what can you do? And they made these 3 lurkers. It's just, these builds don't really like connect well. I really don't know. I mean, I like the transition from the starport into, from originally going Wraith into now Science Facility. But I think Obelisco's got this. He's doing way too much damage from this. He's up to 5 barracks now. He's going to be able to push out of this. The only thing, though, is that these might be on hold position. Now, there's still a good amount of Wraith in here. Like I said, he's just going to make science missiles now to just gas dump into something, because bio doesn't really take that much. So he may repair, he may not. The thing to know, though, is Hydra, yeah, even with +1 armor, aren't really going to stack up well against +1 Marines. You know, they just, no, they're just not good. Especially against this many Marines. Are you seeing this? And, wow, they're on a hold position, and they didn't fire. Great idea, just didn't pull off very well. So not a single. So he just killed off 3 lurkers for some great reasoning here. We have another like bunch of them morphing, and I don't even know what to say. It's 130 supply to 69. And Obelisco, I have like mixed feelings of this build, but it's working in this context. Again, I don't know how this would stack up against Mutalisks if this was a standard game, but in this special circumstance, it's actually proven to be effective with this Wraith. And of course, and that's again exactly what BMW would to say again. You know, fast Wraiths are good, but then again, that was a TBT scenario again. But yeah, but again, there's just no Scourge to really be out there. And the other thing is, you want to get Scourge out there anyway to really deal with the science vessels. The more I think about it. So, I mean, this base is done. We're going to flank of a ton of Hydra. That looks like a lot of Lings, but it's not. And this push is going to be coming in right now. And I think... Is this actually working? Is that working? Oh, my. Oh, man. I really don't know how that really worked out too well, but... so I didn't really pay attention to that, but how on earth did that work? I'm dumbfounded. Hydras really aren't generally great against bio. If all the casts I've seen, every game I've seen, but we have a good amount of bio back. That should be able to kill this off. And I'm being fed at the same time of casting, and gets me distracted when I'm smelling food right next to me, and I keep on looking at it, even though I'm not really that hungry, and I'm not really liking what I'm having for dinner tonight. So, chicken with white rice that doesn't have salt on it, and what's that? Cranberry? Cranberry? Yeah, cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce is good, but that rice smells disgusting. Alright, so anyway, getting back to this game, instead of me ranting on about my food, I think, yeah, no, this is fine. This push against what it should have done before, it's just gonna kill this base off, which I don't know what the whole point of the defense matrix in the Marine is, but I always thought that was trolling because I never really see a point in that. Oh, we have a big engagement happening. We have a big army, excuse me, coming from the west to the east, and it's proving to be somewhat effective. But that defense matrix on the tank is actually being very effective right here. And is it going to be enough, ladies and gentlemen? I think it might be, and yes, it will be enough indeed to hold this push off. And Obelisco is actually playing this really, really well. Now I'm a little sad shuRUKEN from Canada isn't doing too well, as he is on the as he is a North American player. But man, these Peru players, man, they're good. Or at least when you talk about Obelisco. And we have a couple of links making a link counter push. Well, I don't know what these SCVs are doing. What do you... Oh, okay, the fourth base. Marines are going to help kill these off. Lesser links die. Those links didn't do anything. Move your base down here as well at that 7 o'clock. This push is taking forever to kill off this base, which I really am not understanding why. I guess those links are just stalling for as much time as possible. Just bring those Marines up there, do as much damage, but I guess he's just afraid of the tanks dying. Which is, you know, I mean, that's fair. He's just being overly cautious right now. And I mean, of course, I can see everything that he can't. So there is some of that as well, but we do have a lot of links coming on their way right here. So dun 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 dun. Irradiating a egg that's actually not doing anything. Yeah, that's the stuff. All right, okay, we have a lot of links coming in from here. Is it gonna be enough? The tank is sieged up. There is a lurker in the back there. 8 drones have been killed off from the 6 o'clock dying, and GG by shuRUKEN, which means we may see a comeback from Team DeSPA, guys, which is going to be absolutely fantastic, maybe. But anyway, while I'm going to eat dinner, I'm going to leave you with this cast. Even though I'm not uploading right away. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, you have been tuning into iCup TV, casted by The Fitz. No, Fitz. But anyway, I'm going to go enjoy some dinner. You guys enjoy some dinner as well, I hope. And we'll continue watching. We'll do our last game of the series, at least, guys. Thanks for watching iCup TV, and peace.